Good afternoon to everyone. Today we will see the periodic classification. Already we saw the periodic classification. We saw about the features of periods, groups, and how the elements are arranged in the different table and in the column. And here now we are going to see metallurgy. Metallurgy is a science of extracting metal from their ores and converting the metal into alloys for different uses based on the physical and chemical properties and structural arrangement of atoms. This is a definition for what? Metallurgy. Now in metallurgy we are going to see different terms, and before that you must know in metallurgy what are the three steps. First step is the concentration of ore. Concentration or enrichment of ore. Concentration or enrichment of ore. Second step, production of the metal. Production of metal. Second step, production of metal. Third step is what? Refining process. Refining or purification. Refining or purification. So these are the three important steps in what? Metallurgy. So in metallurgy, three steps is what? Concentration or enrichment of ore. Second one, production of metal. Third one, refining or purification. Before that you must know the terms involved in metallurgy. First one, mineral. See, mineral is a compound or complex mixture of some compounds. It is a compound or complex mixture of compounds obtained from the earth crust. Complex mixture of compounds obtained from the earth crust. Then ore. Ore is nothing but it is a mineral from which the metal can be readily, profitably or economically extracted in large scale is known as what? Ore. Okay. Mineral from which a metal can be profitably or readily or economically extracted in large scale is known as what? Ore. So here one important term is there. All ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. All ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. But all minerals are not ores. All minerals are not ores. This is an important term. Okay, that was used in metallurgy. All ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. So for that I am going to give an explanation, an example, that is clay. Clay is nothing but this Al2O3 into 2SiO2 into 2H2O. This is what? Clay. Then bauxite, which is Al2O3 into 2H2O. This is what? Bauxite. Now we can extract aluminium in large scale from bauxite and not from clay. So this bauxite is an ore of aluminium. Bauxite is an ore of aluminium, whereas this clay is a mineral. So all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. This is an important term used in metallurgy. For that I gave one example, clay and bauxite. And bauxite I can able to extract aluminium in large scale. So bauxite is an ore of aluminium and clay is a mineral. So this is one important term that was used in metallurgy. Then gangue or matrix. Gangue or matrix. The rocky or muddy impurities. The rocky impurities associated with the ore is known as gangue or matrix. The rocky impurities associated with the ore is known as gangue or matrix. Then flux. It is a fusible substance added with the ore to obtain the impurity is known as what? Flux. It is a fusible substance that is obtained with the impurity that is known as flux. Then slag. It is the fusible product that was obtained. Fusible product that was obtained at the end of the reaction is known as what? Slag. So I will write gangue plus flux gives slag. Gangue plus flux gives slag. So here when the flux when the flux is basic or when the impurity is basic, we have to add acidic flux. When the impurity is acidic we have to add basic flux. So here the basic flux is what? CaO. Then acidic flux is SiO2. So when the impurity is acidic we have to add basic flux. When the impurity is basic we have to add acidic flux. So this you have to remember. Then another important thing is smelting. It is a reduction process in molten condition that is used to convert the metal oxide to metal is known as smelting. So these are the different terms used in metallurgy. Then we will see the concentration methods. So first one, concentration of ore. So I told that in metallurgy there are three important steps that was involved. First one, concentration of ore. That is removing the impurity from the ore. Some of the muddy or rocky impurity present in the ore, we have to remove it. For that we are using different concentration method. So first one, hydraulic washing. Hydraulic washing or gravity separation process. Hydraulic washing or gravity separation process. So in that the ore, so this method is applicable only to oxide ore. Oxide ore, example hematite. So this method is applicable to oxide ore, hematite. So this is placed in a sloping earth and a tap was connected, and here a current of water is sprayed over the metal and the impurities will be washed away. Impurity will be washed away and the metal will remain in the sloping earth. Impurity will be washed away and the metal will remain in the sloping earth. That is known as hydraulic washing or gravity separation process. This is applicable to oxide ore, that is Fe2O3. Then second one, froth flotation process. Froth flotation. Froth flotation process. This method is applicable to sulfide ore. Sulfide ore, example zinc sulfide, zinc blend or lead sulfide galena. This method is applicable to what? Sulfide ore. Here in this container the impure ore was taken. Impure sulfide ore, zinc sulfide ore was taken. To that a compressor was placed, and then to the impure ore we are adding pine oil. Pine oil is known as frothing agent or frothing agent. Pine oil is the frothing agent. So impure zinc sulfide plus pine oil was added. This is frothing or foaming agent. So to this foaming agent it will create froth, and the froth will come to the surface of the beaker. Because the sulfide ore is lighter, the froth will stick on to the sulfide. The sulfide will stick on to the froth. So sulfur will stick on to the froth. Then what happens? We'll skim off the froth and will remove the impurity. So here instead of pine oil you can also use eucalyptus oil. This is known as froth flotation process. So here this ore is taken mixed with pine oil. Pine oil is frothing agent or foaming agent, and then a compressor was placed and air is passed through it. When you blow the air it will cause froth, and the froth will come to the surface of the beaker. Then the sulfur particle will stick on to the froth. Then the froth is skimmed off, washed, dried and used for further purpose. So here this is known as froth flotation process. Then third method, electromagnetic separation. Third method, electromagnetic separation process. Electromagnetic separation. This is used to remove magnetic impurities from the non-magnetic ore particle or non-magnetic impurity from the magnetic ore particle. So the third method is electromagnetic separation. So electromagnetic separation. So electromagnetic separation, it is applicable for tin stone. Tin stone, that is SnO2. Here two rollers will be placed. Two rollers along with the belt is placed, and from Cooper the impure ore will be passed, and it will, when the belt is moving, here this is magnetic and this is non-magnetic, and what happens, the magnetic roller or this magnetic wheel, this will attract the magnetic particle, and the magnetic particle will be separated as a separate heap, and the non-magnetic particle will be separated apart from the magnetic particle. So this is non-magnetic and this is what? Magnetic. So this is known as electromagnetic separation. Here wolframite and tungsten and wolframite can also be used to from this electromagnetic, used for this this electromagnetic separation can be used for tungsten as well as to remove the wolframite impurities. So this is about the electromagnetic separation. Then fourth method, it is chemical method. Fourth method is chemical method or leaching. So it is used to obtain the metal in very pure form. Chemical method or leaching, this is used to obtain the metal in very pure form. So here the metal plus reagent, it will form, the metal will go into the solution. The solution will have the metal plus impurities remain as what? Impurities will remain as residue. So when you filter the solution, the impurity will be obtained as a residue in the filter paper and the solution will have the metal. That is, filtrate will have the metal and the impurity will remain in the filter paper. So this chemical method particularly will use in the extraction of alumina or bauxite. We'll use this chemical method or leaching. So these are the different concentration method that is used to enrich the ore, that is used to improve the quality of the ore. Now, what is the occurrence of these ores in Tamil Nadu? This limestone is located or present in Coimbatore, Kadalur and Dindigul, and this gypsum is present in Trichy and Coimbatore, and then this titanium minerals, it is present in Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli and Tuticorin. Chromite, it is present in Coimbatore, Salem, and magnetite, it is present in Dharmaburi, Erode, Salem and Thiruvannamalai, and this tungsten, it is present in Madurai and Dindigul. These are the occurrence of different ores in Tamil Nadu. And now we will see the physical properties of metals. What are the physical property of metal? Physical properties of metals. Physical properties of metals. So first one, hardness. All metals are hard. All metals are hard except sodium and potassium. Except sodium and potassium that can be cut with a knife. We can cut the metal using a knife. Except sodium and potassium. All metals are sonorous. They will produce ringing sound. Sono means sound, sonorous. All metals have high melting point and boiling point. High melting point and boiling point except the sodium, potassium, mercury and gallium. Mercury and gallium. And then all metals have high density. High density except sodium and potassium, that is less dense than water. Sodium and potassium less dense than water. Water oda adode adarthi vandu kammiya irukku, less dense than water, which sodium and potassium. It has high density except sodium and potassium less dense than water. Then it has high malleability. It has high malleability. What is this malleability? The tendency that these metals can be drawn into sheets. Drawn into sheets. Except zinc and mercury. Except zinc and mercury. Then they are all good conductors of heat and electricity. Good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, silver and copper. Silver, copper and aluminium excel in this property. Silver, copper and aluminium excel in this property except tungsten. Except tungsten. Except tungsten. They are all good conductors, that is except tungsten. What are the physical state? It is a solid. Most of the metal are solid. They are all solid except mercury. except this mercury and gallium. Except mercury and gallium, they are all what? Solids. Metals are all solids. So these are the physical properties of what? Metals. Now chemical properties of metals. They are all monoatomic. They are all monoatomic. That is, atomicity is 1. What is atomicity? The number of atoms present in a molecule is known as atomicity. And here the metals are all monoatomic. And the valency of this metal, that is the number of electrons present in the outermost shell, it is 1, 2 or 3. 1, 2 or 3. Then formation of ions. They will form electropositive ions. Electropositive ions. Electropositive ions, because they will lose electron, so it will attain positive charge, so they are known as electropositive ions. And discharge of ions. Discharge of ions, they will be discharged at the cathode. The ions will be discharged at the cathode, or the ions will be obtained at the cathode. So they are all monoatomic. Valency is 1, 2, 3. Electropositive. They are all discharged at the cathode. Then the oxides of metals are basic. Oxides of metals are basic, and oxides of non-metals are acidic. Oxides of metals are basic in nature. Oxides of metals are basic in nature. So these are the chemical properties of what? Metals. So physical property: hardness, sonorous, high melting point and boiling point, high density, malleability, good conductor. Then ductility. It can be drawn into wires. It can be drawn into wires. Here also exception is what? Zinc and mercury. This metals can be drawn into wires. Thin film of gold, it can be used in jewelry, because it has a tendency to drawn into sheets and wires. It is used in jewelry. We'll make many jewels because of this property, that is ductility and malleability of these metals. And this copper and silver, aluminium, they are all used to prepare wires because of this property, that is ductility. So the metals are malleable as well as ductile. So today we saw the different methods, concentration of ores, different terms used in metallurgy, that is mineral, ore, gangue, flux, slag, then what? Smelting. Then different concentration method, that is hydraulic washing or gravity separation process, froth flotation, electromagnetic separation, chemical method. Then we have seen physical properties of metals, then chemical properties of metals, that is, it is monoatomic. They will form monoatomic ions. Then the valency, the number of electron present in the outermost shell in metals is 1, 2 or 3. Then they will form electropositive ion, because they will have tendency to lose electron, so they will form positive ion. Then they will be discharged at the cathode. The ions are discharged at the cathode. Then oxides of metals are basic in nature. So this is the topic. Then occurrence of the ores in Tamil Nadu. So in this you can expect some short answer and more one word from this, and you can also expect one long answer from the concentration of ore. That is, any two method can be asked: hydraulic washing or gravity separation, froth flotation, electromagnetic separation, or chemical method or leaching. So I hope you are following the everyday portions properly, thoroughly, and I want you to learn the hydraulic washing or gravity separation, and then what all the 4 concentration method, and what you to write as an assignment. I want you to write, the assignment will be concentration of ore. Concentration of ore. Concentration of ores as an assignment, which involves hydraulic washing or gravity separation, froth flotation, electromagnetic separation, and chemical method or leaching. I want you to do the assignment. I find only 1 or 2 answering and 1 or 2 completing the assignment. So don't dump the portion. Please do the everyday homework properly, regularly, and submit to me. I am always there to check your assignments. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.